Welcome to Political Sin. In this video, I want to talk about persons of color, or POCs that they say out in the media. They say POCs or persons of color. And I think this is a stupid terminology because if you look at, persons of color, does that include yellow? Is that like black? Is that like anyone that's not white? Because what it seems like is we're setting up a stage for whites versus everyone that's not white, and let's demonize everything that is white. In reality, we need to be focusing on good ideas and bad ideas, okay? When you focus on the skin color, your skin tone, it's very irrelevant, especially in today's day and age. Like, no one really cares about your skin color, and they keep making us care about skin color. Now, a lot of people will argue over a lot of racism, this and that, but racism itself, the color of your skin is not, it doesn't affect your intelligent ability to make intelligent decisions, your ability to make intelligent decisions, your ability to go out there and work hard or be lazy. There's so many other factors besides person of color. This is only it's pretty laughable actually, because when people say Asians, like, I actually don't like the word Asian because you lump in this multiple countries that are from different cultures. In America, we do this all the time. We say whites, we say blacks, we say Asians. We have like this all-encompassing like word to group in this group of people, and it's like persons of color. Well, you don't realize a lot of people of color hate each other too. They don't like each other too. There's many cultural differences even within Asian people. Vietnamese people, Cambodian people, they've been fighting each other. Every other country like Korea, Japan, China have been like screwing over Vietnam. You even have Koreans amongst themselves split into two different countries. You have Japan who teamed up with the Nazis basically, and they all thought that their role in the world was to rule the world. So they were Imperial Japan. They went out there, killed millions of Chinese people, or hundreds of thousands. I'm not for sure how many, but I'm pretty sure millions if you just count through history. So you have like all these different backgrounds of people, even within just Asians. And so you want to create this person of color kind of group of people when in reality, it doesn't actually mean anything. Because this person of color, it just becomes something to demonize white people. And this is a kind of thing that the left does, and like Democrats typically do. Now, it's just the people that think that way happen to be on that side. And I know I'm talking about grouping and going against this persons of color, but these persons of color, it doesn't what does that mean? It doesn't have no meaning. At the end of the day, we want one thing. We want the good ideas to flourish, and we want the bad ideas to die down. So as long as we put our abilities, like, oh my goodness, this Asian person can only they're the only ones that can achieve this because they score highest on SATs or something like that. When in reality, like, we all have this ability. Now, our culture, our own culture, our upbringings, all these things have a play in the outcome of your life. Okay? And so, using persons of color when there's different kinds of black people, like, you have the African American, you have black people from Jamaica, you have okay, let me go back to it. You have different kinds of black people. You have Nigerians, you have South Africans, you have all these different kinds of people, of just black people that come from different parts of Africa, South America, wherever else and they have different upbringings. So it's a really bad idea to group ourselves within color. So, like I said, when I say people on the left or liberals or Democrats, this is an ideology that they have, and it really bothers me because we should be focusing on, okay, what improves our lives. When we think about improving the lives of Black people or improving the lives of Hispanics or whoever group of people that we're trying to improve lives for, it ultimately becomes a thing of, it's just gonna be an idea that helps actually everyone. Like things that Trump passed, like the First Step Act for mass incarceration, that is something, it just happens to disproportionately, help Black people because they are the majority that's being mass incarcerated. But at the end of the day, it's a good thing for everyone. And I think it's a huge mistake for people to use this idea, and ideas like the affirmative action, to discriminate for a good discrimination. Now, I'm for like no discrimination at all in terms of like your race, your ethnicity. We shouldn't discriminate at all. It should be based on your ability. And so it's all on the eye of the beholder. It's all on the person. Like I said on this my past podcast about segregation, like these people thought that this was good discrimination. Okay, it's all on the eyes of the beholder, and we shouldn't discriminate based on your skin color. This way of using POCs or persons of color, it's pretty stupid. And one of the worst examples where it doesn't work at all is like in prison. They just straight up discriminate, or they straight up segregate by race. And there is no person of color in prison. You're either if you're somewhere Asian, you're here in this Asian group, you're here in this Hispanic group, you're in the Black group, and you're there for the white people. You're segregated, and that's how you're going to survive in prison. There is no person of color. It doesn't really amount to anything, and it really makes me cringe when people use that. I'm a person of color. Like, what the hell does that mean, man? What do you mean person of color? Who cares if you're a person of color? Okay? It's just, at the end of the day, it's a strange way of telling other people you're someone oppressed. Yeah, I really want to get over this oppression stuff. Now, there are people born into some type of oppression. I understand that. But there needs to be a national belief that you can do something. And it's up to us, as well as putting in the right kinds of people to help achieve that. But we can't rely on the government. We need to put more power within our own hands. And when we're more educated, when we start to tell ourselves, and we start to come together as Black, white, Asian, Hispanic, Arab, whatever you are, Indian, if we come together and rally behind good ideas, when you rally behind good ideas, you are going to, relinquish this identity, skin color politics crap. Because at the end of the day, that identity that you connect with, I'm a Republican, I'm a Democrat, I am a proud Asian, I'm a proud Black person, I'm a proud Hispanic. That stuff at the end of the day doesn't matter. We're here in America for the American dream. We're here to improve our lives as well as other people's lives. And it is the good idea. It's the freedom to achieve what we want to achieve in our life that is what matters. And person of colors, stop using person of colors. It doesn't make any, it's just some broad way of saying, hey, I am non-white, so I'm oppressed, and I deserve all these things, versus white people who are, born with white privilege, they're born to all these rights. Screw them. That's all it becomes. It's just a way to demonize white people. And I'll leave it right there. There's two people in this world. There's uniters and dividers. And I want to be that uniter. You got to be the uniter. And I appreciate you guys watching. What do you guys think? Sorry about the camera. I'm trying to get this webcam fixed. I'll probably buy one on Black Friday. But I appreciate you guys watching. Like the video. Let me know what you guys think about people using person of color or POCs. Let me know in the comments below. And I'll see you guys on the next one.